So I moved to Hollywood in 2013, and my goal was to be a superstar, a magical movie queen, a leading actress, and all of those things. What happened is that when I got here, I understood that even though the Hollywood from movies made me want to come here, but the Hollywood in reality was not a movie, all right? Ain't nobody was waiting with the red carpet here to just like, okay, she's the leading actress, she's so beautiful, come, we'll give you all the parts and you're gonna make millions of dollars and you're gonna be like the next Angelina Jolie, or you're gonna be Brad Pitt, depending on your gender. If animals are watching, you're gonna be the next like Shrek. I don't know what kind of animals are watching. How surprised was I when I found out that no, they're not giving me the leading actress part or even supporting part. The best I got out of them was the background acting jobs. I was going there with a happy face because even that is something good to try to struggle and hustle for, because in Hollywood it can be a lot of fun and a lot of great experience if you do background acting. Some people who are already doing big guest star, co-star, leading parts or supporting actor parts, okay, good for you. This is for people who want to break into acting and want to know more about Hollywood and how everything works, and they starting from the bottom just like I did. So what I did is I moved here, right, and slowly I started figuring out the ins and outs in a way. So I signed up with Central Casting. That's one thing you can do because they are the major background actors suppliers, right, for big major TV productions. That being said, Universal Studios, Sony, Paramount Pictures, Warner Brothers, and all the big names productions you know out there. Those background gigs that I be part of, I learned a lot, right? What it gave me is lots of knowledge, because even the little guy or the little girl in the background is being part of the major movie making. People be coming to out there like, yeah, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna get the part, I'm gonna be the next movie star, I'm gonna get an Oscar and all that jazz. The point is that eventually you'll understand when you move here, you gotta start from the bottom, unless your cousin, your uncle, your fucking, I don't know, whoever helps you because you are smart and sneaky enough to get that networking going and do all those things, and good for you. It wasn't me, okay? So why I quit acting is that reason, because I was like, I'm not doing this shit, you know what I mean? It's bullshit, because I am not the hustling type. I am the hustling type for what I want, but if something is not working for me, I'm gonna twist a little bit to the side and see how other methods I can achieve what I want. So I learned that acting is auditions, and you don't really get those unless you keep trying. I figured that I don't want to keep trying. I was just not into it. I wasn't willing to go for it. So I can literally count on the palm of my both hands how many times I've done like actual auditions. And so I haven't gotten any. So like maybe 10 times, like maybe that's stupid. Okay, I don't care how anybody thinks about it. That was what I did. Actually got one major part in being this reality TV stuff that is all kinds of characters they picked. I was one of them. I was like more James Bond kind of type girl look. They gave me this cool outfits and it was a vibe. It was gonna be something crazy, major girls, dirt fights in a pool, stuff like that live, and that got canceled because it wasn't for me, you know? It comes to you if it's yours, you know what I mean? It's not really about how hard you try. You're gonna die trying hard. Like I've seen people at the background gigs, old people, they're still trying to break in. Like grandpa age, grandma age, they're out there like, yes, I'm gonna be the next Angelina Jolie, or I'm the Brad Pitt, watch me. Like, I'm like, fuck, I don't wanna be one of these guys, so that's why I stopped doing that stuff. Along the way, I was able to become SAG-AFTRA actress. That means you are part of the actors union, which gives you privilege of getting more payment and more security. I froze that membership after a little bit. I got some money, of course, doing that. Through those background gigs, I became more cool as far as I knew the ins and outs, how the productions work, how they set up their shows or movies, and how everything goes, basically. I met some cool people along the way, nothing crazy, because, like, I'm still here. Anyways, you guys got me, like, I haven't had any food today, I know. I quit acting because it wasn't for me. I'm not the hustling type unless when I'm big, right? If God willing, if that's for me, if I don't twist around to some other directions, then they're gonna be like, hey, we want you to read for this part or that part. Okay, I'll read it. But right now, I'm not into it. So that's why I quit acting, right? And if you are like me, like you're trying to do acting and whatnot in Hollywood or wherever, and you're not the type that wants to keep trying after rejection, because that's what auditions are, unless you just right away get the part or like, oh, okay, and then you're famous. No, that's the whole business. That's the whole game of acting. You got one little, tiny little something, one line, one part, whatever it is, then you gotta keep doing to get those checks coming, right? Nah, not for me. And after that, I even did some photo shoot, modeling stuff, right? I was a model. Then I was like, oh, I'm Victoria's Secret model. I kept posing, getting cool pictures. Sometimes people not giving me my photos, people not sending me my stuff. That was kind of tiresome too. I stopped doing that too. Stand-up comedy basically is magical.
I'm performing in front of all of these magical magnetic people. How many of you jerk off today? Woo! How many of you bitches masturbate? Yeah, we are sad. We don't do that stuff. We're better.
The first time ever I did stand-up on stage, I have typed something in my notes and it was just a mess because it was very hard to understand what I've typed because it's like the autocorrect. And it was a bullshit, and people were actually listening me just mumbling this dumb stuff that don't make no sense on stage because it was just some text that didn't make sense. And I was like, wow, people are listening. So I'm like, okay, I like that. So then I started talking to the stuff that actually made sense, maybe not so much, but that was kind of enlightening because, I don't know, stand-up comedy is something, it's very diverse, it's very rich. It's hard to describe it with words. What it did to me is like, first and foremost, most of the people who are lost, who are on the verge, who don't know what to do with their fucking life, they are doing stand-up comedy. So that's, you can be like, oh, stand-up is for losers. No, stand-up is for winners, you know? They don't lose their shit, they fight for it. And the stand-up comedy just opened the doors for me to learn myself. I became so comfortable with myself. And as I did more, I learned myself more because I was literally on stage talking about me and my experiences.
Before that, I never had even people around me when I'm peeing. And now he was asking me to pee on him when he wanted to get more hard. So I loved it and slowly got better at it. And as I perfected my skill, I would flash fountains of God grace, my purified spring water on his six-packs.
I feel like I found myself in it because even though I hate the game, how the stand-up comedy game is, like you write stuff, then you go on stage and you like you prepared your lesson and a class full of students and your teacher are praising you, how good you studied your class, and if there's punchlines and you get laughter. That's not the comedy I'm in. Of course, yeah, comedy is supposed to be funny and so many other things, witty and charming and interesting and mind-blowing and enlightening and expanding, you feel me, dog? Like, it's so many things, right? And everybody has their own style. My style is improv. Like, when I'm on stage, I don't prepare my material because, like, I'm not gonna do that stuff. Like, stand-up comedy for me is more like expression, the power of expression of your thought in the present moment. I don't know at which point it was when I actually stopped doing it altogether, not the comedy, the writing part of it. I was scheduled to perform on the big room at the Improv, Hollywood Improv on Melrose, one of the main leading comedy venues in Hollywood, right? And I was like the guaranteed spot. I had this material that was sick, that was amazing. It was about a very tricky subject, like the T word, the transgender subject and whatnot, but it was very funny, very delicious. And I memorized it from A to Z. It was gonna, you know, in your head, if you are a comedian and whatnot, or if you're trying to be one, in your head when something is like, wow, this is gonna murder, but then you go for it, and on that stage, I bombed. I was fucked, okay? Just prior to that, not gonna lie, I had 1 gram of psychedelic mushroom. Because I'm so smart, you know, I am very smart, so I did that to myself because I was so nervous. I wanted to do so well when you want to do something so good and you fuck it up. I performed on stage, it was bad. I started acknowledging that everybody's like, they're laughing at you, not with you, and it was a big room and you wanted to impress, but it was a more depressed. So I was like, fuck, okay, I lived through those 3 minutes. I lived through those 3 minutes, Mike, and I got off the stage. And then about a week later, I get another guaranteed spot on the same room, all right? Hey, this time I wrote some stuff and then I started reading it to my friends and whatnot, and everybody's like, yeah, do this, do that. They started helping me to write this stuff because I asked them to do that. And so the night before, something like, something like intuition, comes to me, and like I decide that I'm not gonna go there and word by word say these jokes and lines that are smart and stupid and whatever the fuck they were. So what I did was I just wrote the main, right? I even stopped doing that to this day, but it's a good way to do the comedy. I wrote the main subject of what I want to talk about and left like multiple dots, right? Bunch of dots, 2, 3, 4 points like that. I went on that stage. I didn't say the stuff that I was supposed to say word by word. I just started talking about those 3, 4 things that I wrote down, and I killed it. I destroyed it. I did good. Bombed like 2 weeks, a week before, was killing it in the same room this day. I was like enlightened and like I got wings, I could fly, It was what sparkled my pussy, that thing is what I enjoy doing. That's why I never look back. Oh, was I supposed to keep trying auditions, or was I supposed to keep trying to be an actress in Hollywood? No, totally not my thing to do. Like, again, let's say comedy is my thing, and along the way I started making it big, right? And come on, it's but let's say if it's already people know me, they want me in their comedy movies or drama movies, who cares? They be like, hey, read this for us. I'ma do it. I'ma do that part. I'ma get it, and I'ma go for it. But until then, the whole hustle thing of acting and all that bullshit, trying, auditioning, and seeing who I can network with, whose ass I can kiss, and who I can be friends with, and then one day maybe they give me the part. No, not doing that. Sorry, been there, tried that. Nah, and not anymore, okay? But back to stand-up comedy, why I quit acting and I started doing stand-up, because there was no other way around, and life and the events and the situations have just, through this intricate ways, God brought me to doing stand-up comedy, and I don't know what tomorrow has for me. Even though stand-up comedy was the life vest and life jacket that saved me in a difficult place in my life where I was kind of lost and trying to find myself, which was good for me. It was the perfect time, the perfect thing that happened to me that led me to comedy. Traditional understanding of what stand-up comedy is, it's like you write the premise, the whatever, the hook, the punchline. I don't even know the structure. That's how much I don't give a fuck. So I don't know if it's gonna play out for me or against me, but who gives a fuck? Who cares? I want to curse as much as I want. Even if I write stuff and I go there like, oh, I'm gonna do this material, and then I'm gonna go in another comedy room and do this again, see what works out, and repeat the same shit over and over so that I can get laughter and be called a comedian? You seriously think this is the art? That's not an art. That's like a bullshit parrot shit that you keep repeating on and on and on and thinking that that's comedy. That's not comedy, because one and first thing is that you're not laughing when you're on stage and you go from venue to venue, even the famous one, even the big ones. Yeah, they kill it. They have their special on HBO, on wherever, on Netflix. Oh, it's good. He destroyed it. He's doing that. I'm still doing this. All right. But still, like, tomorrow will speak for itself, and whatever it be, let it be. I don't care. I don't even have attachment to it. It's such a bullshit game that the art of comedy in this entertainment industry has become. Artist is not enjoying himself doing that art of comedy, of having that one set material and keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. You're dead inside while you do it. That's not the comedy that I'm in. That's not the comedy that I'm into. That's not the comedy that I'm fighting for or going for. My idea as of this moment, this day, is the comedy that makes me alive, the comedy that makes me feel delicious and juicy and sexy and blessed in the moment of my mind working itself in the moment without me writing that shit, just coming up with stuff in the moment, on spot. That's how good I am, because that's the most sexiest thing ever, when you share with the people how you feel and how you think in real life, in real time. Nothing prepared, no fucking curtains. See it, feel it, taste it, and smell it, and sense it, and see the magic of it. When I'm in the room, I'm doing comedy, people be coming to me like, wow, I never know what you're gonna say. You're like a wild card. Somebody else coming to me, wow, this was craziest thing I've seen, but wow, like people lose their speech when I do my shit. Of course, I bomb and I suck too. It's just a game of balance, but I'm just saying, I'm not being... It's bad when someone talks about themselves this way, but I don't give a fuck. Like, the room is electrified when I'm performing because of this, because it's raw, because it's in the moment, because there is no guarantee for the next thing coming, that nobody knows what's gonna come. It's the beautiful, magical, magnetic thought thread of my delicious and juicy mind. Put a ketchup and mayo on it and just swallow that thing. So good. Is my mind is delicious, so fucking sexy, so good. If you ask me one thing that is the sexiest thing in you that you love, I'm gonna say my eyes, and then I'm gonna say my mind and my brain's delicious. Oh God, heaven on earth. Yes. So that's what stand-up comedy is for me. That's what it is. Improvised on spot, doing... If it comes out as a joke, cool. If it comes out as a fucking spicy, sharp thing, good. It's that. It's the host, the entertainer. I'm an entertainer, okay? I'm not like the stand-up comedian who'll write the punchline and then, oh, what was the punchline? Huh, I messed up that punchline. Yeah, I'm not gonna never ever say that, oh, I messed up that punchline. No, bro, I'm not doing that shit. You really want me to be that and enjoy myself as I do that? How many comedians are enjoying themselves? Okay, they get the laugh in the club. Like, I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep repeating that on the next one too, and the next one too. Just please give me that love and attention. Venting off, all right. Oh, God. Oof. Comedy is delicious. For me, it's improv comedy. Doing the thing. I'm so happy I shared this with you guys. I vented off. Stand-up comedy is the real deal. Go for it. If you're down, if you're lost, and if you're sad, and if you're broken, go for comedy. Don't go for therapy. This is cheaper. The freedom of speech is the best thing in the world. And you want me to go out there and write down shit and keep memorizing it and keep repeating that same one little thing that I wrote one day when I was getting fucked and just came up with this nice little joke about little dick. Nah, my mind is too precious and too good and too delicious and too fucking wide and large. I'm out. Peace. Bye. Alright, all it takes to be glorious. Life is good, but only if you're not too much in a rush to stop and smell the fucking flowers. How about it, huh?